Good day, everybody. This is GW, and this is a look inside of my studio. Many people have been asking how I mix my flesh tones, how I do different things. I've decided to give you a look inside. I've created a master blend chart. Give you an idea, we'll get you a picture of it later, of what goes into making my flesh tones. The palette has been laid out to follow the chart. Burnt sienna, raw sienna, burnt umber, alizarin crimson, hooker's green, yellow ochre, lamp black, and titanium white. This is the traditional way of mixing flesh tones. It's the way that I had learned years ago, and it's been around since the old masters. Let's get started, and I'll show you exactly how I go about it. First, I take the burnt sienna. I mix in some raw sienna, burnt umber, help with darkness, and I'll put in a little bit of red for right now. I don't need a lot. A little bit of the terracotta red. A touch of hooker's green. Again, I come back in now with a little yellow ochre. And the black I'm not mixing in at this point. This is basically the basic dark flesh tone. And I do mean it's going to be dark. It'll be darker than most of the tones that you use in the painting. But it gives us a good basis to start. I normally mix this up ahead of time, and I have it in a tube. And it's labeled flesh tone, so I can use it when I need it. The next step will be adding in a little bit more of the alizarin crimson, because we're dealing with a Eastern European background, which has red hair and a tendency to have a little bit more red in the flesh. So you can see I've set down 5 bases of titanium white. I'm taking the first one and I'm just going to mix this into the white. These will become the darker flesh tones, and I'm going to work my way forward. Now this flesh tone is one that you'll break off. You'll add more of the dark colors, more of the green in, more reds into, till you develop the tones you need for all the dark shadows and shades in the face. I always work from the darkest points of the portrait and paintings to the lightest. Now we just take the paint that was left on. We come over to the next amount of titanium white. I look at the shade and the tones that I'm working with, and I need a little bit more red into it. Doesn't take a lot. Red's very, very hot. The alizarin crimson is extremely a hot paint. I just want to break it down to that nice tone. This is the amount of paint that I have left. Going to the next amount of white. Then I'm going to take it down again. And again, one last time. Now I've pretty much laid out the flesh tones that I'm using, from very darkest through to the lightest. I also have the colors up above so I can reach into this and mix the tones as I need them for different parts of the body. But everything for this family is being done off this basic palette of flesh tones. So when you look at the flesh tones, we have 6 basic flesh tones that we're using. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, and remember, keep painting.